Hi, welcome everyone. Welcome to our final presentation of our senior project. I am Wanchen Wang, and my group member Diego, Kerui, Blake everyone is here. So let's go move on. So for the project overview, in this project, we are aiming to build a 2D adventure that draw inspiration from Hollow Knight and Ori. It will feature a unique world filled with secrets to uncover and challenging encounters to overcome. And we construct the first chapter of our game, and which have 2 to 3 design maps that offer a diverse range of environment to explore. This is our software diagram. We use Procreate and Adobe Photoshop for the illustration, and we also use Ableton Live for the sound effect. And everything ties up with the Unity we are using, and we are coding with Visual Studio, and we are updating our changes and sharing our changes in GitHub. So for the user interface, the user is able to control the player character and able to interact with setting options to discover different settings for basic settings such as volume. The user is able to pause the game on their own will. And now let's move on to technical implementation. And we implement character and tile sprites, simple player movement and enemy AI and UI elements. A camera movement is also implemented and background sound effect and the GitHub repository as well. So for me, I am in charge of developing like the sprites. So I finished all the character and enemy design and build model and animation in Unity. And I also implement basic walking function, a dialogue system, a timeline system, a scene transition, which allow user to transit to the desired place, desired level. And I added the live system and the desk function.
All right, so to talk about what I did, I was in charge of a lot of the game scripts and mechanics that we implemented. So you'll see a lot of the stuff I did in our game demo, but to talk about them a little bit, I implemented a jump function for the player character that allows the player to jump at variable heights. I implemented a tracking camera, which allows constraints on the X and Y axis, which follows around the player unless you specifically say you don't want it to. And I found a way to make the player not stick on walls. In addition to that, I made scripts that added a player health system, and with that added health packs and death planes that allows the player to respawn at certain points. And that was done through the checkpoint system I implemented. After that, I also added a player attack functionality that allows the player to attack enemies that are found throughout the map. I also added a dash that allows the player to move quickly around the map and in order to make jumps that are pretty difficult without it. And with that, I implemented an energy system that limits how quickly the player can dash as well as the rate that they can move around the map. And that is all I developed.
And for what I did is I'm in charge of developing UI design, like include the font, panels, and a background seamless scrolling script. So, and also for the UI logic, I developed the button on-click visual and audio feedback and a pause function, canvas coding, and on-click functions for all the buttons. And also I joined part of the developing of the combat system, like it include combat attack combo scripts, animations, and like field force defense mechanism, and heat effects both for virtually and audio on the enemy, and all the levels and maps design and environment setup and polish. That's what I did.
So for my responsibilities, I was in charge of making all of the sound effects for the game, as well as the background music for the levels. I also handled all of the scripts that worked with playing audio, and I synced up the animations with the sounds that I implemented.
And now let's do a game demo. Okay, so this is our page for our game. So this is a WebGL. If you have the link, you can just play it at any place, at any time. And if you click play, it will get into this loading thing. And here we have the starting menu. If I go to start game, I can select level and select each different level you want to play. Let's say, for example, we want to play introduction level. And we will have the sweet introduction things, and you can attack, dash, jump. And here is our respawn function. If you reach a respawn point, the animation will flash, and there will be like a reminder of how many life you have left. So dash, and here is our enemy. I will show you briefly about our combat system. So hit, nope, hit, and hit. Yes, and after it died, it will just take a while and then disappear, and go. And I will show you our level transition to our level 1. So here is our level 1. And let me show you this wonderful function for shield. Since this game is like quite hard and the attack range is a little bit hard, we developed this shield function so you won't be taking any damage by any enemies. You could just ignore them. Oops, sorry about that. But you can still die. Yes, so let me go to our level 2 and demonstrate a bit. Yes, and it died. And that, I don't know if you saw that, that's a function we built to let the player to restore health. And dash. Here is our another respawn point. As you can see, I lost a life, so there's only 2 life left. And yep. And here is our level 2. So level 2 is a much bigger level with all kind of like different like
Different paths you can
maps.
take.
Yeah, different paths you can take. Sorry about that.
Yeah.
We also have this level in air that you can jump on. And let me just ignore this for now. And as you can see, you can restore health. And yeah, let's just ignore that. For time's sake, I'm just jumping all over, like over everything, and you could explore this yourself if we will share the link. And here is our NPC event, and you could see like there will be a little conversation going on, like to talk about the word story, and after the timeline, you could actually have a conversation with the NPC. And yeah, for time's sake, let me just skip this. And you could ask him with different options. These options will have different dialogues. Like, what is this place? And he will talk about this place. And after that, you could just get out of here. And yes, that's pretty much all the level we did. Let's go back to the main function. And before we finish this, I would want to demonstrate something else. So in here, so unfortunately WebGL doesn't refuse to have our background music play, so let me just make sure I share my audio and play it in Unity. Yes, I am sharing the audio. So Yes, as you can see, as you can hear, you could
Yeah.
hear the background music and the dashing sound, attacking sound, and yes, all kinds of soundtrack is in our game, but WebGL refused to do that. And also, I forgot to demonstrate it, but we have this pause function that allows to resume the game or go to the main menu. And yep, that's pretty much it. Thank you so much for coming to this presentation and listening to our presentation. And thank you.